So you spent hours trying to land the client, maybe even days, maybe even months. You've poured thousands of dollars into paid ads. You have done the stuff. You've been working on your personal brand. You've been working on your offer. You sign the client and they immediately churn after 2, 3, or even 4 months within working for your agency, or even they churn within the first freaking week or month. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to install leverage in the client fulfillment side of things for your agency. My name is Patrick Thomason. It's my personal mission right now to help agency owners who are above $30,000 a month, help them install recurring revenue frameworks to sign 10 plus high ticket clients in the next 2 months guaranteed that stick with them for at least 6, 8, or 12 months. We like to give that kind of as our value prop because honestly, in today's marketplace, as you can see, there is a conjunction of different agencies providing different services for different businesses, and people are not really knowing where to start. So I kind of made it my mission here to help these guys who are above 30K a month actually start ramping stuff up with paid ads and then install these leverage systems. So in this video, obviously we got 2 links down below. First link, you can apply to work with my agencies. The first link down below, we guarantee, like what I said, 10 plus high ticket clients that sign for 6 to 12 months in the next 60 days using our recurring revenue frameworks. That's a guarantee. You can book in a call. You can apply to work with us. Down below, you got to be above 30K a month. And the second link down below is for you guys that are under 30K a month, coaches, agency, B2B guys. You guys can subscribe to the daily newsletter. Now, it's not just daily newsletter. I show you exactly how I took my churning and burden agency from having $0 days to $15,000 days, and then even signing contract upwards of, $25,000 to $30,000 in contracts. So with that being said, here's kind of the recurring revenue frameworks of what we want to deal with here. Now, a lot of the times you're spending a lot of time in fulfillment or acquisition. You're having inconsistent acquisition. Maybe you are having proper systems to get clients. Maybe you are actually good with acquisition, but then they churn after 3 to 6 months, like what I said, and proper systems to keep these clients. You are feeling like you're doing the best that you are as an agency owner, but you somehow cannot crack the code on fulfillment and retention. And so this is exactly why the business is probably breaking at a head. It's probably breaking to some extent, and you're hitting some sort of a scaling ceiling because no matter how much money you input into paid ads, you're still dealing with hitting the ceiling of retaining and then keeping those customers that have an increased LTV. So the problem here is, the biggest issue I see is just straight up with marketing, especially with guys who are above $30,000 a month. You guys are agency owners, you guys are B2B guys, you guys are consultants. You have a niche, but you're really servicing to have B2C mindset. In other words, we're not calling out to a richer demographic here. The biggest problem I see with this is, servicing a B2C mindset. So somebody who pretty much is not in the B2B space, somebody who doesn't really understand business to a whole, somebody who doesn't really understand service, products, things like that. And so what this does is, if you sign a bad client from the get-go, no matter how well you actually fulfill them, they're still a bad client. Does that make sense? So no matter how much, genie powers you think you have with your agency, and no matter how well your service is, if you sign a bad client from the get-go, that client is going to remain a poor, inconsistent client throughout the journey. And this took me like a year to learn, because I was stubborn and thought my service could change people's mindsets. It can't. That's the biggest problem. Just front-end marketing towards bad customers. The second thing is selfish organic outreach. Again, this leads back into actually bad clients. If you sign a bad client, they're going to continuously be a bad client. When you send selfish organic outreach to get clients, you're just decreasing the amount of lead flow that you can actually get. So in other words, if you're constantly DMing everybody on LinkedIn to want to book in on a call, you're only going to attract people who have nothing but time, okay? Nothing but time, and they will hop on calls with you. Guess what? Guess who you're not going to be attracting? The wealthy and the richer demographics who don't have time, because they value their time more than their money. They much rather pay with money. So as you can see here, in order to increase leverage in your agency, you have to have systemized processes and then checkpoints throughout to keep your clients retained. So if you're asking for the secret sauce, the biggest code that I can possibly give you, to retain a client, it's expectation. But before expectation, it's attracting the right avatar from the get-go. Just from the get-go. If you target the wrong demographic on Facebook, on your ads, if you are attracting the wrong ICP in your YouTube content, or when you speak to them on social media, or even on LinkedIn, if you post on LinkedIn, if you make YouTube videos, you make TikTok, like whatever it is, if you're attracting the wrong avatar, I'm going to say it again, they will continuously be the wrong avatar throughout the program, service, product, throughout the fulfillment side of things. So dialing in the fulfillment is a part of it. Yes, this is what we do, but we're a full service kind of route that we want. We're a full service agency, so that we want to tackle every single problem. You see, Hermosi did this with Gym Launch, right? So he built and scaled gyms. So he said, look, I'm going to handle your marketing, the nurturing, and then the sales and fulfillment, and then the upselling. So in other words, I'm going to get you gym members using paid ads. I'm going to sell those gym members on a said package. I am going to then retain those gym members for X amount of time, and then increase the LTV of those gym members via supplements or nutritional products or whatever it was exactly for Gym Launch. I'm not exactly sure, don't quote me on it. And then Hermosi built and scaled that, and the rest is history. We know he sold for over $46 million. So this is the same problem, but a different niche. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. And this is what you guys need to catch up on really quickly here. So look, if you want to retain clients for a larger period of time, it requires a full-blown makeover of your agency, B2B, or coaching business, essentially. Now, what we do at CMR is we want to make sure, obviously, first thing down below, you guys can apply. You got to be above $30K a month. I don't want to talk to you guys if you guys are under that, because it is an initial investment. It is somewhat expensive. It's not cheap, but we're going to get you guaranteed results in contract and in written paper. So with that being said, when we have all of these problems fixed, okay, when we have all of these problems fixed, the sales process becomes effortless. The lead process becomes even more effortless. And then the fulfillment process becomes fun. It becomes fun working with clients who actually believe in your product or service and who know for a fact that what you do is life-changing, and they want to stick with you for a longer period of time. So as far as the fulfillment side of things goes, my train of thought was kind of leaning towards, look, if you want to deliver the best results to a business or to a consumer, whatever it is, we have to outline what is the dream outcome that they have. A lot of you guys will get into, the problem is, we'll approach business owners who are under 10K a month, or we'll approach consumers who aren't making that much money. And then, we just sign up because, we have constricted cash flow, and, we just kind of want to sign some clients because we got to get some money. And then, it's an ever evolving problem. If they don't have the right mindset, they're under $10,000 a month, they're kind of new to the space. And then it's just this continual problem of, I'm signing poor clients, I'm getting poor results, am I a poor agency owner? And the answer is no, you're not a poor agency owner, but we need to restructure the way you go about acquisition, and then fulfillment will come later. And so what happens is you become a commodity. If you're constantly servicing lower demographic groups of people who don't take your program or product seriously, then spew out poor results. So it's a continual cycle of just negativity. It's like the worst negative feedback loop you could possibly understand. So I would highly suggest that whatever niche, product, service you sell, I would suggest that you get very clear on who it is that you're helping, and then nail their pains to T. So if I'm helping 30K a month plus agency owners, coaches, or B2B guys install frameworks, okay, that's just kind of the mechanism. What is the pain? The pain is you're spending so much time fulfillment, probably onboarding the wrong clients. You got the wrong systems as far as scaling goes. I don't want you to think that this program is like, we come in here and we just take over everything. Agencies, a lot of times, a lot of bad agencies, they'll just enter a business and just take over everything. You have to figure out a way to work parallel with your clients, and then come to mutual agreements on things, and then implement tasks and then systems where it becomes more profitable for you to do that. So the business is breaking, which is the bottom line, is a huge pain point. So identify the pain points of your program, or identify the pain points of your ICP, of who your customer is, and understand that, look, they're in a position right now, and you got to bring the gap closer to them by showing them your product or service. So a lot of people ask, okay, what's the secret sauce to churn and burn? It's everything as far as acquisition, sales, and fulfillment goes. So there's no fulfillment board that's going to retain your clients for, 90% longer than usual. That doesn't exist. It goes back to offer, creation, fulfillment, acquisition, nurture, sales, leads. Everything before you sign your client plays a factor in the recurring process. Every single thing that leads up before your client signs that contract leads into the LTV, like how long they'll actually stay. Because everything is framed, everything is spoken about in the sales calls, everything is positioned with your brand. If your brand is positioned in a way to where you're just kind of like a course guy, then people will not stay with you for a long time. But if you have a mastermind brand like Russell Brunson, people in his inner circle stay for years. So there's levels to it, but there's reputable, like you can replicate these levels with your own brand. I'm not saying you have to be a Tony Robbins or a Russell Brunson. And so what the biggest problem really comes down to is frame, and then how well of a job that you actually, have the solution to your service. So that's kind of the video. If this helped you guys understand that retaining clients and signing clients who are quality is a lot more than just a paid ad. If this video helped you guys out in any sort of way, I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to that free newsletter. It's going to be a second link down below. But if you are an agency coach or B2B business owner who's hitting that scaling ceiling, you want some systems and plan into your business, you want this straight up guarantee to get out of the churn and burn phase, is exactly what we specialize in. You got to have some capital saved up, got to be above $30,000 a month. That's going to be the first link down below. You can apply to work with our agency down below. So with that being said, that's our guarantee. That's kind of who we help out, how we help them out. Get out of the breaking business, get out of the churn and burn, actually move towards a consistent way to retain these clients, have a solid cash flow, and clients who actually love working with you for weeks, months, and even years on end. You got to build up a brand and everything like that. So with that being said, you guys can go check out those 2 links down below. Hope this video helped. You guys can take screenshots, whatever you guys got to do. Watch the video again. If anything confused you, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.